my name is Veronica, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. How did that one do?
That was very good. Do just maybe one or two more, okay? Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So only a couple days ago, October 22nd, Errol Spence, who was responding to Keyshawn Davis, going back and forth with him, he said, "Shit is happening next. All you need to know." That was him confirming, obviously, that the Terence Crawford fight is happening. So Floyd Mayweather, he recently comes out, he does an interview with Fight Hype, and he says the fight is not happening, it's happening in the future. But if you pay close attention to what Floyd Mayweather said, he's not disagreeing with Errol Spence that the fight is not happening. He's disagreeing with the date that some reporters have put out. I guess Mike Coppinger, ESPN, I guess they said November 19th. And although Floyd Mayweather said as of now the fight is not happening, he also said the fight is not happening November 19th. Floyd said that's only a month from now, or at least a month and a half from now. He said there's no press conference. You haven't heard anything from Errol Spence or Terence Crawford, which that's actually untrue because Errol Spence, once again, he just confirmed that Terence Crawford will be next. Keep in mind, once again, Errol Spence never said he was going to fight him November 19th. He just said he's fighting Terence Crawford next. Now, it's only common sense the longer negotiations go, the longer out the fight date will be. If negotiations would have went smoothly, we probably would have got this fight already, like in September or even earlier. But it is still a great sign that they are still in negotiations. As long as we don't hear Terence Crawford or Errol Spence say that this fight is not happening, I'm moving on, then it's most likely still happening. Based off of Floyd Mayweather saying that there's no way the fight is going to be November 19th because they need more time to do the press tour and et cetera, promote the fight. That means the fight will most likely happen either the end of December or sometime in January. I don't believe that Terence Crawford, especially what Terence Crawford's best friend or one of his close friends had said when he was relaying a message that Terence Crawford put out. Terence Crawford said, "We took less money. We agreed to everything. We signed the contract. We are now just waiting for Errol Spence to sign his portion of the contract." Terence Crawford said it's gotten to the point where he just wants to beat his ass. He wants to get in the ring. This is what Terence Crawford's friend is saying. Now, if it's true that Terence Crawford said this, which I believe it is true because there's no reason why Terence Crawford would allow his close friend to completely misquote him. So with Crawford saying something like that, saying like he doesn't even care anymore when it comes to taking the B-side and all that kind of stuff, he just wants to get Errol Spence in the ring. That sounds to me like there's no way Crawford is walking away from this fight, no matter what the deal is. And when it comes to Errol Spence, if Errol Spence walks away from this deal for whatever reason, then he's most likely going to have to fight Jaron Ennis because Jaron is his mandatory. So it wouldn't make any sense to do all of this negotiating, undisputed, in the deepest division in all of boxing, and Errol Spence is fighting against pound for pound #1, the best fighter in the world. So when you look at the option of either fighting Jaron Ennis or fighting Terence Crawford, it's a no-brainer. Assuming that Errol Spence wins this fight, this makes him the undisputed, not only the undisputed champion in the welterweight division, but it also makes him the undisputed pound for pound king in the sport of boxing, period. Which is why I don't think Errol Spence is going to walk away from this fight. Now, when it comes to Floyd Mayweather, although I told you Floyd, he said that it's not going to happen November 19th. I feel like Floyd could have just left it at that. I don't understand why Floyd Mayweather, he goes the extra mile and he says, so the fight is not happening as of now, when we all know that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence are still in serious negotiations. On top of that, by way of contrast, every time Steven Espinoza talks about this fight, he sounds very optimistic. He's saying, look, we're trying to make this fight happen. You know, we're still in negotiations. I never heard Steven Espinoza just come out and say, look, guys, the fight is not happening as of now. Now, I know when Floyd Mayweather was fighting, it was a real big thing for Floyd Mayweather to be the person to announce the fight. I remember maybe days or a week before the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight was officially announced. I remember Freddie Roach came out and hinted that the fight was done But he said, but we can't say anything right now because Floyd wants to be the person to announce it. Floyd has made it very clear in multiple interviews that he's partners with Al Haymon. He said it doesn't matter if you're fighting for PBC or you're fighting for Mayweather Promotions. If you're fighting for either one, Floyd Mayweather is still a part of the deal. So I believe it could be possible. And it's not just Floyd Mayweather, because we've seen other fighters say that some report that came out is not true. When maybe ESPN announces, for example, Virgil Ortiz. I remember it was talks that Virgil Ortiz was going to fight Mean Machine. And I remember Virgil Ortiz came out and he said, don't believe what you guys are hearing, that's not true. And like a week or two after that, it was announced he was fighting Mean Machine. So once again, some of these fighters, they just want to be the ones to announce it. Or they just don't want dates to be leaked before it's officially announced. That could be the case when it comes to this situation. So I believe this fight is going to happen sometime in December or January. We'll see if it happens. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram.
My name is Chris, and I'm all the way here from Anchorage, Alaska at Scalp Carolinas, and I'm here for my second treatment of SMP. Well, I was sitting at home one day and going over my Facebook page, and they have different, like advertisements popping up, and I saw one for SMP, and I saw some pictures of some guys, before and after, and I was looking at that, and it caught my attention, so I Googled it. SMP, nothing showed up in my area. So, I did a little more research, and all of a sudden, Scalp Carolinas popped up in the web browser. So I started watching his videos and seeing all the reaction from all the other people. We talked on the phone, we made appointments and everything. I sent him pictures, and he looked at them, and I was like, can you fix this? And, he pretty much said, no problem. My first session, he made me feel extremely comfortable. It was almost like I was talking to family. He started, and during the whole treatment, we talked and, about our families and our life and, and things that he does and things that I do. And before I know it, the first session was over. When you see someone doing something that they love, as much as I see Enoch Glover love what he does, it shows in his work. I wouldn't point anyone in any other direction but here to North Carolina, Scalp Carolinas, to get this done.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.